So we know that our power and our speed comes from our stances. So having good stances is important for karate. So I'm going to go over a number of tips in this video to help you improve your karate stances. So we need to have a strong stance in order to deliver a strong technique from. Everything comes from that base. An analogy that I've heard of is that we don't want to be firing a cannon from a canoe. And what that basically means is that we can't be firing strong, powerful techniques from a base that is unstable. We need to be able to have a strong position from the ground in which we can deliver our powerful and fast and balanced techniques. So the first thing we need to do is understand where our feet should be where our body should be in the stances that we're trying to get into. So, for example, if I'm making a Zenkutsu Dachi, I want to have my weight predominantly over the front leg, so roughly around 70% over that front leg, and the back foot is facing mostly to the front. So this kind of position here. I also want to think about having my front foot slightly turned in and have that active adductor muscles pulling the stance in to create that stability. I want to have that front foot wobbly like this and unstable. I want to lock that in place and have that tension. So I'm kind of actively sitting into the stance rather than just kind of planted on top of it. So again, back foot turned around to the front more so that I can create that tension as I open my hip up and drive forwards from here. I don't want to have this back foot facing outwards because then I lose that tension as I open my hip. So if I'm making Gyaksuki, for example, or open up for Gyaksuki or blocking, as soon as I do this, the tension is gone out of that back leg. So I want to keep that planted there and gripping the floor. So I'm kind of creating torque as I twist here. Now my body wants to drive back into that hip position to send the punch. Same for any of our other stances. We want to be actively thinking about what position we should be in rather than reverting back to sort of muscle memory and just sitting in a position. We want to be thinking about exactly how we should be and understanding the weight distribution and the positioning of the feet for each stance. So the next thing I want to do is understand how to transition through stances. So again, if we take that Zenkutsu Dachi position, I'm in that front stance there. I want to think about how am I moving from point A to point B. I don't simply just want to kind of, step through with no thought process as I'm moving through. I need to be thinking about how I'm transitioning my weight, taking my weight forwards over that front leg, drawing the back foot through, and then coming into my Zenkutsu Dachi this way. Okay, so this applies to all of our stances. We need to be able to understand how to move through the stance in the most efficient, healthy for the joints, and the way that's going to make us most powerful, most strong position to deliver techniques from. So the next thing we can do to improve our stances is to improve our ankle range of motion and our hip range of motion. I'll start with the ankles first. I have struggled with ankle mobility myself over time, and I still do. So mine is not the best, but as a result of that, I've learned ways around it. So I'm going to give you the first exercise that I would normally use to both warm up and to develop ankle range of motion. So the first exercise I like to do is lean against a wall with my back foot facing dead straight towards the wall. So I want to lean against the wall. And I want to take my other foot, my non-stretching foot, the foot I'm not working, on the back of my knee. From this position, I want to lean into that stretch, so my calf is getting a nice stretch up the back here. And then from here, I want to come up into a calf raise and then control the eccentric all the way down to the floor. Get that heel to the ground and then pop back up again. All under control. So I'm working through the range of motion there, strengthening the ankle through that full range of motion. I'd repeat that maybe six to 10 times on each leg as part of my warm-up and also as part of a progressive mobility exercise. The next thing I'll do is I'll come down to the floor and I'll have both legs out straight. The ankle that I'm going to be working, I want to take over the top of my non-working leg. And I want to hold onto my foot and I want to just turn it around in circles. So I'm making a full circle with that foot as far as I can, just using the hand to assist that movement around. So I'm taking my foot through that full circle of motion there and then go both ways. So we're just trying to improve that range of motion again. And this I can do again, maybe 10 rotations in one direction and 10 the other way, and then switch legs. Again, it can be part of my warm-up and also as part of my mobility session. For hip range of motion, one exercise I like to do, and I've got many other exercises that I like to demonstrate in other videos, you can check them out on this channel. But one I want to show in this video here is I want to come down to the floor onto my knees, and I want to open my knees outwards. So I'm kind of making like a split, but with my knees still bent. I want to come to the forearms and sit my hips back into that position there. And this is quite a nice position just to sit in for a little while and really let the weight of my body open my hips up, and gradually try to work your hips closer and closer to the floor. So my final point to improve your stances is to strengthen your lower body. Okay, so I do this through in the gym via squats, Romanian deadlifts, split squats, all these kind of exercises. Just a general leg day is going to improve the strength of your lower half of your body, and as a result, improve your stances. It's going to also improve the speed at which you can move, because you're going to be stronger. It's going to improve the strength of your techniques, and it's going to improve your kicking ability as well. So strengthen the lower half of your body and improve those stances. So there's a few ideas there that I like to use in my lessons on how to improve your karate stances. If you enjoyed that, please subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Drop a like on this video as well, and drop a comment to boost the algorithm, get more people seeing these videos. I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.